We're across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns.
Set to kick off.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. He'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The tackle by Leonard.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Mayfield. He gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On the return, it's Tate. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It was Jacob Phillips who was able to bring him down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
To throw on 2nd down, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Here's Beckham. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. Get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
First time with Kareem Hunt, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
It's Mayfield. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Well, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First down.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is for this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
38-yard line.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of a yard.
On 2nd and 9. Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And Wilson has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
At the 17-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Caleb Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams...
They've got his man complete. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. First down, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is when every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. You don't see option pitches a whole lot in the NFL, but there worked out pretty well, resulted in a touchdown.
And it's hard for defenses because they don't see it very often, so the time in preparing each week is probably minimal. So when it comes at them, it's often a surprise. And what a nice job on the read. Pitch to the running back, and he takes it all the way in for a touchdown.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. This is Scarborough. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Browns' 43-yard line.
Jones now looking to throw on second down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing Jones. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Darius Slayton.
Thus far, they've been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And his throw is incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
The 12-yard line.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
Second down, Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Drive about to get started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 coming up. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
15.
Mayfield on target to Landry for a Browns 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
42-yard
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
1st down, Browns.
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. This one good for a 1st down. And also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season.
1st down.
Down, they'll run with Chubb. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They're going to have to do something with him. He was so sensational last week, over 200 yards. Well, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, what do? You hold him?
That's a good start as long as you can get away with it. Otherwise, just giving up penalties and free plays for the offense. But I think you've got to do a combination of things. Chip it his timing at the line of scrimmage, have extra people in the territory for him. You've got to do everything and change it up from snap to snap.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns have moved out in front. And his kick is right through.
The score, Browns 21, Giants 14.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. We got this.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go,
and he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. A final shot before break. Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See, that's caught at the 25. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Golden Tate, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
Ties the game at 21 apiece.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Mayfield looks to throw, and that will be incomplete. He tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Jones on third down. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Landry, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Push him back. Push him back. 54.
Following the penalty, Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
They go play action. Mayfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run. This is Scarborough. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
2 yards on the pick.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35.
Saquon Barkley.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Off the play fake, Jones. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Giants 28, Browns 21.
following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Man, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, first down.
At the 40-yard
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now Jones off the play fake. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. Now Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Jones out to the flat. That's caught. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Here's Barkley. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal.
5-yard pickup. brings up 4th down and goal.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Jones, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. His throw here is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Mayfield now. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off around the 37. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
They'll go to Barkley again. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Olivier Vernon brings him down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Off play action. Jones. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Myles Garrett in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Operating from the gun, Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Browns drive about to get started. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney. But they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one. That hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead. Look at the deficit. Trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Jones on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Grant Delpit in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Jones. Off play action. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Back at the 33-yard line.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
I'm about to do a disservice to the catch we just saw. One-handed, coming down with it, just like that. Yeah, I know. Odell Beckham Jr. We're used to this, aren't we?
We are.
And that's just wrong on every level. That was spectacular.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Jarvis Landry, Pro Bowl wideout, the intended receiver. And it's second down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield on play action. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6.
Grant Haley.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 42.
It's in the 4th quarter down in Miami. The Dolphins continuing to add on. They are really rolling. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Touchdown.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Here we go. The Browns will go for 2. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hand team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, it would likely put an end to this thing. Off the play fake. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. That's on Kevin Zeitler, acquired in the Odell Beckham trade. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for Shepard deep. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Touchdown. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season...
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. They'll buy some time right. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be out right at the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
54.
One last shot from Mayfield here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Julian Love.
Mayfield pass intercepted. The Giants take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.